Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, Ron and Cecilia serve up nothing but cakes. And I prepare morel and ramp pasta with the foraged fruits of spring. But first, no limits for those with special needs at Limitless Dance Company. Creative movement and dance is important for everyone, and for those with disabilities. It builds self-esteem and self-expression. As part of Tori's Academy of Dance, the students at Limitless Dance Company take lessons in ballet, tap, jazz, and drums alive. Group and private lessons are available. The student success shows in improved motor skills, physical fitness, and social skills with fellow dancers. So Limitless Dance Company is part of Tori's Academy of Dance, and it is in the same building right here on Market Street. And Mackenzie is teacher extraordinaire. When did the program start for Limitless?
Well, Tori Trello Ward is who opened it in 2016, and I joined a couple years after that. I studied as an assistant first for Limitless and learned through there. I also have some training I'm a student aide at Potential Development School for Autistic Kids, so that also helped as well. But the dance background came naturally because I actually have a degree in dance, so that came naturally to me.
Wow, I mean, you've got it all going on. And, you know, I love the ballet. That was what we just watched.
Yes.
And it really seems that dance, you know, they really respond. I mean, the girls really like it.
Yeah, every student here has their niche and they find something they like, or more than one genre that they like.
Yes.
Ballet is definitely a great starter for everyone that's never danced before, really.
And what other dances do you teach?
We have a creative movement class, which is like almost like a jazz dance aerobics that we do. We just started Drums Alive this past year, which has been a huge hit. And we also are starting tap dancing as well. And then we also have choreography classes where the students learn choreographed dances. They perform them in our annual recital, or they compete at local competitions in the area.
I mean, you really are busy, and you guys are going down to Orlando?
Yes, we are in June.
And I see all the awards.
Yeah.
So you are award winners. Now,
Yes.
So we've got the big recital coming up.
Yes, in 3 weeks, June 3rd.
And that's not for awards, that's just for recognition.
That is just Limitless Dance Company and Tori's Academy of Dance. Anyone who dances at our studio that wants to be in the recital can do it. We have solos, duets, trios, group dances. We have everything in it.
And Lydia, you are killing it.
Yeah.
During the ballet class. You really like it, huh?
Yes.
And of all the things you're doing plays, and you're doing sachets.
Yeah.
What moves do you like the most?
Releve.
The releve.
It's the rise.
And that's the rise where you have the hands.
Yes.
And you're a tapper too?
Yeah.
You take tap lessons?
They're doing some tap lessons.
I know, they're doing it right now. And drums. So how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing 100 times ago.
100 times. And then are you getting ready for the big recital, huh?
Yeah. I share photos at another room.
Oh, well, I'll have to see those. So you got them all there?
Yeah.
All right, I got to check out your pictures. You're doing a really good job. Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you.
Lydia's mother, Sarah, is the one who told me about Limitless when, taking out a big fat loan at my bank. No, she's my banker over at Farmers National Bank. And I just think this is a wonderful place for kids to, express themselves and learn how to dance.
It really is. It's been really great for my daughter and all of her friends here. Mackenzie's wonderful. We've been here about 4 or 5 years now.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you went to other dance schools. And they were like, no,
Yeah.
not ready or
Didn't get a
whatever.
warm reception. They didn't want to take on somebody with special needs, not knowing they have the abilities.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but Lydia was like running the show here and telling everybody. But I mean, she really is excited. You can see
Oh,
she
yeah.
genuinely is in her place here.
Yeah, this is her favorite part of the week, for sure.
So, I mean, there's a really good community here. You've met a lot of other people,
Yeah.
that, you know, and their kids, and you know, this is really a good place
Yeah.
for them.
We really like to help each other out, and we meet other people through this, other special needs parents. So it's really great to get that community and to have support for our kids.
Now, Elise is Bella's aunt, and both of them take lessons here. And Elise, how long have you been taking classes here? Because you're pretty good.
I've been dancing since I was really young.
I mean, you can tell. I mean, you're really limber when you're doing stuff. You were really good.
Thank you.
And for this recital, who decided that you and Bella were gonna do a dance together?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie thought that was a good idea, and so did you.
Yeah.
So you've been practicing.
Actually, I just love doing this duet with my niece because it's the best thing to get closer with my niece.
I think that's really good. And you're gonna dance to Star
Yes.
by, come on, Demi Lovato. We're all big fans. So what's the costume gonna be like?
We're gonna have like a sparkly top with a hairpiece and black pants.
Ooh, sparkly.
Yeah, I love sparkly.
You love sparkly.
Yeah.
Is it like silver sparkly?
Yes.
Silver. Awesome. That's great. I bet you that looks good. And hey, this could be the start of something new.
Yeah.
You guys could be doing the aunt and niece dance for every recital.
Yes.
All right, so go team, go Star. Go. Go. Good luck. Are you kidding me? Okay, if I do that, I pop a hip. This thing comes off the wall, I will be so embarrassed.
There you go.
Plie.
There you go.
Okay, what is that called?
Oh, you do little jetés.
Chate. I like that. Okay. All righty. Excuse me.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Kamara Jewelers is the place to buy an engagement ring because we want a relationship with you that lasts a lifetime. Your commitment with her is the same commitment we have to you.
We want to sit down with you and teach you about diamonds so you're educated on what you're buying. We have the largest selection we ever have, which is the largest in the area and at the best value. And if it's not something in our case, we could always custom make it. We can make any dream come true.
Get real, get Kamara.
Woolley Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Woolley Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living.
Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
I'm all about local, and my bank is Farmers National Bank. Farmers is the true hometown bank in the Mahoning Valley, standing strong for our local families and businesses since 1887. Farmers is also future-focused with a lab branch, interactive teller machines, and best-in-class mobile mortgage app. We've all learned the value of local relationships, businesses, and communities. Switch to Farmers.
You better come on in my kitchen.
Well, nothing says spring like ramps and morel mushrooms.
That's right.
And we
Foraging in the woods.
have a great abundance.
Yes, we do.
And Ken's buddy at work, he has ramps growing right in his backyard, the wild onions. So we're gonna make a dish with those. And the morels, and boy, you killed it this year. You did. Him and Nick went out. They got
Last year
monster
we
amount.
walked miles and miles.
How many
and
times did we go out?
miles.
We went out so many times. Nothing. Goose egg. We found like a couple.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Ken found a nice spot.
So we asked a experienced mushroomer, a
Yes.
forager, who actually
That's right.
gave up one of his spots.
And yeah,
you're not
I'm
supposed
not
to
gonna
ask.
tell you.
You're not supposed to
He was
ask
very
them about
kind.
them. Right.
So we went out, they got the mother load, then we went back, because of course we gave them out to friends, we ate them and all that stuff. And then Jimmy, me and
Jimmy
you,
found the
look
king.
at that, look at this one.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Although these brown ones are really nice,
They're
like that
good.
medium-sized brown. That's more of like a gold one. You can see the difference there with
And
those.
they're really tasty.
Whoops.
And just remember, you gotta slice them, because no matter how well you wash them, the bugs could still be living in there.
Right.
So I'm gonna make a morel ramp pasta dish.
Great. Sounds
And
good.
it calls for ramp butter. So before I get cooking, I'm gonna make the butter, and then we are gonna get cooking.
Sounds good. Yeah. Let's go.
For this recipe, you'll need 1 pound of spaghetti, 5 to 6 morel mushrooms, if they're large, cut in halves or quarters, 1 teaspoon of anchovy paste, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1/2 cup of dry white wine, 1 cup of chicken stock, 5 ramp bulbs thinly sliced, save the chopped leaves, 3 tablespoons of ramp butter, and extra virgin olive oil. The recipe that I'm gonna be making calls for ramp butter. So I'm gonna make a quick batch, and every single part of the ramp is edible, except for, of course, the root. And it looks like an onion, but it really has a garlicky flavor, and they are delicious. And the leaves have a real mild flavor. So I have the leaves from about 5 or 6 ramps here, and that's gonna go in the butter. This is 2 sticks of unsalted butter. And I always buy unsalted, and then I'm adding salt, so I don't know what it would be like if I used salted butter. So I cut those into like, tablespoon sizes. Then I'm gonna add, look at all that little ramp greenery, and then the teaspoon of salt. So now I'm just going to make butter. So we're done. The butter is done. It's done churning. Okay, now what we're gonna do is scrape this out. Look, at all this good. Now this stuff is excellent on, instead of making garlic toast, make ramp butter toast. It's good in pasta. We're gonna be using this in the pasta I'm about to prepare. And of course it's kind of soupy right now, but I'll get all this off. And then we're just gonna wrap it in this, but I already have one made. So I'll go get that out of the fridge, and then we'll wrap this in some wax paper and get this nice and solid. All right, so as you can see, I did make the ramp butter last night. It's like a little ear of corn. And so that is one of the ingredients that we are gonna use to finish this pasta. And the morels, the ramp butter, and we're actually gonna use the ramp leaves at the very end. Well, I brought the water to a boil. 8 minutes for al dente, because we are gonna be sticking it back in to finish the cooking. So I will put the timer on, because I always forget to look, and we'll pull that out at 8 minutes. In the meanwhile, I am shimmering this beautiful oil, the olive oil, and we are now going to add the ramps and the mushrooms. Now, do not eat morels raw. They're not gonna kill you, but you'll get gastrointestinal problems. And so make sure you cook them through and warm them, at least 5 or 6 minutes. So we are gonna add this and let these get softened for a while. And you'll see when they start sweating and absorbing all this stuff, and then we'll make the rest of the additions. Now I'm going to add anchovy paste. Wow, that is a game changer. I'm gonna add that till it disintegrates, or you could use, real anchovies and they'll disintegrate. And then the red pepper seed, all right? And we are just gonna blend that together. And this is looking really nice. Now it is time for the half a cup of white wine. We're gonna deglaze the pan just a little bit. We'll turn back up the heat. And we are gonna let this cook down a little bit and thicken up, and then we'll add the other stock. But right now we've gotta let this boil down and let the mushrooms absorb the wine flavor. Now we are going to add the chicken stock. And we are gonna continue to cook that down just a little bit more. All right, we dropped the pasta, and now we are mixing it in the pan. This is now when you add the butter. Okay, so we're doing 3 tablespoons, and I just cut off 3 chunks. I assume it's a tablespoon. And now this is gonna really help get the sauce nice and glossy and mix everything together. So how's that going there, Kenny?
It's going well.
Doing a good job?
It smells amazing.
Yeah. So while that is happening, we are also going to add our chopped ramp leaves because they are just so beautiful. Oh, nothing goes to waste with the ramps. And that is another beautiful color that we've added. All right, that looks amazing. It's a nice loose sauce. I did save some, but I don't need the pasta water. Just in case, I always put that aside, but we don't need it this time. And now I think we're gonna add the cheese. You ready?
Ready for cheese.
And then we can pass this at the table if you'd like more Parmesan. But this is ready to go. And look at the pretty green you can see. So Ken's just gonna finish mixing it, and we are gonna serve up some Morel ramp pasta. Now, I think because of the spring, the rosé works really well. This is a reasonable one. Grand, it is a nice rosé from France, beautiful color. But you saw how quickly this came together, and none of these ingredients fight with the taste of the ramps and the taste of the Morels. Go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Look for this recipe, and also the ramp butter will be there too. You're gonna love this dish. Cheers.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
It's happening now. Construction is underway at Gavacamp, a year-round destination for adults with disabilities and their families to get away, close to home, accessible to all, with no barriers. Donate now to Gavacamp. Giving is living.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Well, back in August of last year, Ron and Cecilia became new residents to Mahoning County. And they moved up here to open up Nothing Bundt Cakes. And
you have really made a splash in our dessert market. What made you come to the Mahoney Valley?
Well, we love this cake. I mean, we've been big consumers of the product for years.
You don't look like it.
Well, trust me, we have eaten a lot of this cake over the years. And so we lived in Dallas-Fort Worth, and we would always go to the bakery. And whether it was treating ourselves, which we have perfect cakes for treating yourselves, and then
Yes.
we've got cakes for all types of celebrations. And we'd just stop in and get a cake for ourselves, eat it up. We'd take something to a party. We'd be
And
the hit of the
everybody
party,
loved it,
right?
yeah.
And they loved it. So we really wanted to be in the business. And in order to get into the business and be a bakery owner for Nothing Bundt Cakes, we were going to have to move across the country to do it. We had been
So they have certain markets that they're looking to expand into.
That's correct. It's there's over 425 locations nationally.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of markets available right now where you can expand. This was one of them. We had been up here multiple times on business, loved the area. It's a very family-oriented
It
community.
is, and we love our desserts.
That's
Let me tell
right.
you. over
Exactly.
here. How do you spread the word about your cakes?
Yeah, it's interesting. We weren't ever really too concerned about that portion because a couple of things. The cake is amazing.
Speaks
it
for
tastes great,
itself.
right?
Yes.
And philosophically, the way we like to run our business, we felt like it would fit perfectly with this community because we're very focused on delivering high quality products, and customer service is at the center of everything we do. And so we just felt like that it would fit well. We weren't ever concerned about not fitting in. We just wanted to get the cake out into people's mouths.
Yes. What are the most popular flavors that you're selling here?
Well, the most popular is chocolate chip, red velvet, white chocolate raspberry, and lemon. And then now our seasonal is strawberries and cream, and that's very popular right now.
So when you really looked into the business, I mean, were you impressed? Obviously, you were impressed with the ingredients and presentation and the way they conduct themselves.
Yeah, it was multiple factors. We had already been in the franchise industry for quite a few years, so we had experience running businesses, but there was something that drew us to Nothing Bundt Cakes, and it was really from a value proposition standpoint. When you look at the types of cakes we have, it really fits just about everybody's buying consumption pattern, right? You've got it for birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations. If you want to treat yourself, you can come in and treat yourself at, in our case, $4.50 for a little buntlet. If you're going to somebody's house, you can pick up a box of Buntinis, which are 12 delicious cakes that are snack size, and you make a great impression. So
Darling.
it's really, it fit so well with consumer behavior and how people consume cake, and also share it with others and bring joy to others. So that is one element of this process for us. The other was the culture of this brand is phenomenal. The leadership is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we know that because we were so hyped about becoming Nothing Bundt Cakes bakery owners that we...
You better be. I mean, you really invested a lot in
We
this.
did. And so because we owned another business, we had to divest ourselves of that first. And in that process, we got... Her brother opened a bakery, Nothing Bundt Cakes Bakery in upstate New York.
You're kidding. You guys are like evangelists,
That's
right?
right,
Spreading the word.
Exactly.
I mean, what is the shelf life of the product?
So our buntlets last the longest because they're in a self-contained container, and so if you keep them refrigerated, they're good for 5 days. But yes, we bake fresh daily. Everything is handcrafted right here on site. We bake. The frosting is a scratch-made recipe.
Oh my gosh, that frosting is incredible.
It is.
It is delicious. It looks like you two don't eat it, but I did, and it's delicious.
We taste it every day.
Do you do a lot of weddings?
We do.
Like wedding cakes? I mean, when I saw the pictures, that's wild.
There's a couple of reasons why brides love, and the bride and the groom love doing Nothing Bundt Cakes for weddings, and that is the cake it's an elegant frosting that you have on it, right? So it really looks upscale and premium, and the value, it doesn't cost a lot for it in comparison to traditional wedding
And
cakes.
everybody will eat it.
And everybody eats it.
You don't have any leftovers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the cake itself. And they usually do a tiered cake, which we have on display over here with the drizzle frosting. But for all the people that are at the reception, having one type of cake or one flavor is, it's hard to satisfy everybody's flavor palates, but our buntinis are perfect for that occasion because they're snack-sized cakes. You can get them in multiple flavors, and it looks amazing and tastes amazing. So that's why we do showers, wedding showers, baby showers, weddings,
first
gatherings.
communion. I mean, there are so many things, graduations.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things, especially now that we finally have loosened up everything.
Yes.
Now this is the signature petals.
Yes.
And it's always has the same frosting, every bundt cake.
Correct.
Okay.
We just have different frosting techniques.
Okay.
This is the petals, and then we also have a drizzle.
Yeah, I like the drizzle. It's
Yes,
a little.
It's very elegant.
Yeah, it is. It kind of looks like fireworks.
Yes.
All right, so Ron is horrible at this, but you have
I am
mastered
the queen.
Okay, so let me see
Watch
you
me
do this.
flop now, right? Wait, I gotta put my glasses on for this.
Okay,
Oh, here we go.
I understand.
I gotta put some in the middle.
Okay, so some always goes in the middle.
So we're gonna.
Out, in. Oh my, that was quick. Wow. Ooh. Okay,
Let
that
me-
kind of stunk. Okay, I think we've got one that we're gonna be able to eat, guys. If you guys want, we got a clunker here. We're gonna have to eat it ourselves. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.